to achieve, and that's the fear of failure. Indeed, my guest this evening defied the fear of failure, and today he's one of the biggest acts of our time. He's performed outside Ghana in countries like Canada, the UK, Holland, the USA, Italy, South Africa. Once hosted the finals of the Nescafe African Revelations in Ghana. He's won several awards, notable among them we can talk of Music of Black Origin, Mobile Awards, Channel O Awards. My guest hails from Wa in the Upper West region. When you dream it might come true. This evening, we're hosting an enigma, if you ask me. An awesome personality, very young, but dedicated to his job, an inspiration to the youth out there. Well composed, in the real sense, a gentleman. This evening, Emmanuel Samini is my guest here on Joy 99.7 FM. We welcome you, Samini, to the studios of Joy.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure to have you, and I'm glad to be doing this interview at this point in time. Something like I always say, we don't wait for people to, fade off, or when they are gone and we say, oh, I remember Samini for this, or I remember him for that. No. We'll do it while you are alive, and we want to celebrate you this evening and say congratulations and keep on keeping on.
Thank you very much.
We here at Joy FM, we're humbled to have you this evening, and certainly tell me about it. I mean, you defied the fear of failure, and today here you are. Many will say, well, I can do it, it's not my turn yet, I can go into this field, but you took it upon yourself to defy all odds and make it happen.
Yeah.
How was it like, and how did you get into it, Samini?
Thank you very much. It feels good to be on Joy FM, and I must say this is more like a very, very big seat that I'm sitting in right now, because
you've earned it.
Yeah, I've been listening to artist profiles, and I've been listening to people come on Joy, and I know that you need to put in a lot of work to be brought here to testify or defend what you've been representing for these years. So in that respect, I must say I'm truly honored to be here. It's been hectic, it's been tough. I started way back, I blew very early, so most people that don't really know me think I'm older than I really am because of how early I came out. I came out with a song that was branded sexually suggestive when I was just about 21. 22 when I did Linda, and the lyrics in that song sounded more like somebody that would be seen older than the age that I was doing stuff like that with. And
today we'll get to hear the full story. I mean, it's going to be a no-holds-barred interview. We're going from growing up to your education, to the women in your life, whether it's true that you're married to 5 women and whether the law allows that. With the kids, it's true that you have 9 children, and why you keep your dreadlocks. I mean, and of course, I mean, you're doing a good work with it. It's very, very, very clean and nicely kept and all of that. Today we really want to get to who...
Looks like we're going to have a field day.
Yes. And that I can assure you. I'm not going to take it easy on you. I'm just going to let the people know who you are.
It's big,
and what you growing up. Where were you born? Where did you get to grow up, Samini?
I was born in Adabraka.
Okay.
My mom told me that she had me when they were living in Adabraka, and then they moved to Sankara Circle, then called Sankara Circle, now what's the interchange?
Akwaje interchange.
Yes. You see that the Standard Chartered building that's there on that lane. That's where we lived when I was like 2 till when I was 8, almost 9. Then we moved to DC.
That's Dansuman.
Yeah, Dansuman. So I've been in Dansuman since age 9 till when I was old enough to get my own place and everything. But we still have the Dansuman yard there as the family house.
Okay.
So Dansuman is like my hood. That's my block. So yeah, growing up, really most of the stuff I remember was in Dansuman, because I went to primary school in Dansuman. Then I went to junior high school in Kaneshi Matayoko area. Then senior high school in Dansuman again. And then the rest of my education was outside Ghana.
Outside Ghana.
Yeah.
We'll get into it. But let's talk about, your childhood, of course. Growing up with your education, which school were you in Dansuman, and how was it like?
In Dansuman Primary School, I was enrolled in a school called Ghana Believers Church Preparatory School, wow. GBC.
What a name.
Yeah.
It's still around?
Yeah, GBC is still around. It's a bigger school now. Oh. And that was somewhere.
Ghana Believers
Church Preparatory School.
Where is that? Is that in Dansuman?
It's in Dansuman. It's in Dansuman last stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went in as a class 3 pupil. Yeah, very quiet. Keep to myself. I like to draw a lot when I was a kid. So I would usually find myself painting or drawing something anytime there was no teacher in the class.
Okay.
So I always found myself just trying to do something with art. So that's what I can remember during class 3. And then, class 4, I remember Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles was a very, very, we used to call them wicked teachers because they liked to cane. So Mr. Charles was one of the people that I remember that you would not want to fall in the bad books of Mr. Charles. Class 4. Then I moved to Matayoko RC JSS in high school, RC primary and JSS in Kaneshi.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a Catholic school in the middle of the whole Kaneshi hype. So walled and gated. Everything inside that premises was different from everything that was going on around the walls. But yeah, we survived it. I finished Matayoko RC JSS. Went through to St. Margaret Mary Senior High School. I wanted to go to Pope John's in Cove Town.
Okay.
I wanted to go to Adisco.
What happened? And you landed up at St. Margaret Mary. Today we'll hear the full story.
I took to entertainment during GSS days. So before I could finish junior high, my dad knew that I wanted to be in a place where he would not see me too much so I could get to do everything I wanted to do. So he said, no boarding school for Koima, no school outside Dansuman for Koima. And actually, there's a new Catholic school in Dansuman roundabout that I think Koima should go to. So then everybody went to different schools.
So it wasn't as if you weren't a good student or you didn't earn it or you didn't,
Bola, I know go be back.
Because I spoke to some of your mates and what they told me was outstanding, a very clever student back then.
Yeah,
and still is, I guess.
I mean, my big sister is a teacher in the States now.
Okay.
My brother, the one that come before, is a telecom engineer.
Wow.
The one that comes after me is a mining engineer.
Wow.
And then my little sister, Mary, is a communication expert with one of the
telcos.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a shark.
It runs in the family.
Shark squad.
Where,
I had to just channel my shark into the art. Yeah.
Any regrets that maybe somebody will say, and I know that you come to that along the way, many would have given, of course, up on you, and then they would have said, okay, this is the black sheep of the family, and they will just look down upon you, disdain you. I know, and you can also attest to it that you encountered that along the way. But what kind of student were you? Back then at St. Margaret Mary, were you top in the class? Were you great? With your books?
I was the type that would not let you study. I would make sure I say something else to distract you so you get into what I'm saying. And then I would go home and study so that I don't bomb. Because the way we rush for campus, we for no bomb. So my thing was, don't bomb. But then don't let them think you are studying.
And when you say don't bomb, you mean don't fail.
Don't
if you
fail.
Of course, don't be a bad student.
Don't be a bad student.
Yeah, okay.
Because you want to be seen as, you're all over the place, but you're not lazy.
Okay.
So that's anybody that went to school with me knows. And I used to be the type that would prophesy some of these things. I told my classmates, hey, if I were you, I would take pictures. Because the next 10 years, you're going to be telling people you know me, and they will tell you don't.
Oh, you said that to you?
I said that to people
your
in
mates?
my class. Yeah, in my mates. And people did. Out of jokes, people did. And I met one of my mates last 2 weeks, and he was telling me, you know the thing you said in class? I actually did it, and I had to prove it to somebody last week with a picture of you in school uniform before they believed I knew you.
It brings me to that point that whatever you think of, whatever you believe, whatever you conceive, just believe that you can achieve it, and that's the spirit that you had growing up, that this is what I want to be in future, and I'll work towards it.
I always saw myself as a people's person and an entertainer. I wanted to leave the school, the confinement of the school walls, and go out there to entertain people. So I always was doing stuff that would let the authorities kick me out. And then one time the headmaster of blessed memory, Mr. Anthony Adu, I have much respect for him. He called me to the office and said, I know you want me to dismiss you, but guess what? You will finish this school. Even if you spend your exam money
at St. Margaret Mary?
Yes. I will register you, and when you come for your results, you will pay.
Wow.
So he made me know that if I should jump and break my neck, I would finish that school. Because you see, as a new school, we were the second batch, and they encouraged people that they thought were potential students that could make grades for the school.
That's right.
So they would not watch you go down the drain when they know they can reform you or shaping you up. So he gave me that impression, wake up, you're going to finish the school. I said, okay then. So I took it to myself, all right, at least finish high school.
That's right.
And then do what
like they say, there's more sleep after death. I mean, you go on and do whatever that you want to do in life. But tell us about, life in secondary school or senior high school. Was there it was a day school, I guess, and of course.
It was a day school, mixed school.
Did you have any homos nights, entertainment sessions?
It was a new school, actually. We went in as the second batch. So actually, eventually we ended up even maltreating our seniors. Because I came in as a new force.
Okay.
I wanted a lot to happen in the school that was not happening. And the first batch were coming from people who had stayed home for about 4 years.
Okay.
People from different situations why they didn't go to high school. And then they were all there. And then our batch also had similar cases, plus us that were not allowed to go to certain schools because of our behaviors from home. So I then was seen as the main force of entertainment during our time. So I would organize a jam and get to even bounce my seniors.
Oh, you used to do that? Yeah, organize entertainment sessions?
Yep. And then bounce my seniors, get the strongest senior to be my main bouncer. Make sure I always sort him out so he's the best guy on campus. And then, so I would bring like equipment from the house, set up, because I remember this scenario where we were writing our last maths paper, and we were vacating on that day, and I wanted to have a jam on that day. So I sacrificed my paper 2, went home to get the spinners and everything to come and set up. And one big mistake, the volume was high up on the last knob, and then the guy just turned the thing on, so the music just played loud and everybody heard us. So they came right to the assembly hall, put everything to a hold.
And exams in
session. So I was made to kneel down. And when the people finished the exam, they were allowed to come in and enjoy what I had set up while I knelt down the whole period. And then around 7 p.m.
So you didn't get to write the paper?
I didn't write the paper. I didn't enjoy the jam. I had to pack everything back when the people finished the jam. And then,
how did that make you feel? And I guess you have regrets.
Well, naturally, I felt good because end of the day, the jam happened because I had promised everybody on campus that me making sure say. We used to go to Intercourt without being invited. Who knows St. Margaret Mary? But we will come there in our uniform, organize about 9-10 guys. We will just be doing Jama inside somewhere in the stands, somewhere represent.
To be recognized.
Because I wanted to enjoy SSS.
Okay.
I wanted to. You understand? We were in Accra, we see Accra, we see Accra High, we see those people. And our school is just 2 years old. I'm like, yo, we need to sneak out, we need to go to Intercourt. We need to go to that freak in Accra. We need to go. I would come and represent, do a wicked performance. Where's that guy from? What school?
Okay.
St. Margaret Mary. Whatever. They call us Ma Maggie and stuff.
I thought it was an all-girls school or something. Anyway.
Because of the name. But yeah, you have to add these St. Mary's.
Yes,
so yeah, you can save me with that. So yeah, that was it. It was fun. I created fun for myself in like a confined place where most of the things I wanted to do to feel like a G during high school days was more like restricted. But yeah, I made sure I made it happen with the likes of Festus, Snoop, Napos, Adobia.
But creating, I mean, that market for yourself. Did you anticipate that? Yes, one day this is where I want to get to.
Yeah.
So it has to start from here. But certainly, I mean, it's not something that you should be proud of, though. Not sticking to your books and not being there.
It's not something I'm proud of. I did not voluntarily decide to not stick to the books. I think something else was
because you're a brilliant student, just that you were rebellious.
Something else was calling me, and I think that I was in the wrong class because I chose visual arts because I was drawing at class 3.
Okay.
I chose visual arts for Pope John's, and then I ended up doing business in St. Margaret Mary.
So you did something that you didn't naturally enjoy.
I didn't enjoy it. I just had to apply my brains and make sure I don't fail.
Okay.
So yeah, I could relate to accounting. I could relate to business maths and principles of costing. I could relate to business management. I could relate to elective maths, which I led a force to not write because they introduced elective maths during Form 2 first term. And
you had to write to people on it.
Yeah. So I was like, no. We're not taking any additional elective when we were introduced to 3 already from Form 1. So eventually only 3 people wrote out of about 40 something.
Wow.
And yeah, big up Napos wherever you are if you're listening. Napos was one of the guys that wrote, and he got an A, you know, from a school that's only 2 years old. You know, Napos is now an accountant with the company that deals with Jaguar. Yeah.
Fellow.
Yeah. And he went to St. Margaret Mary with me. So these are the kind of people, you know, a few of us.
But you're proud of your school.
Yep.
After St. Margaret Mary, you traveled out to further your education.
Yeah, I did music production
in
Point Blank Music School in East London, Hackney, and I've got a diploma in that. So I'm still working to further it, get into uni, and maybe do intellectual property law. And then come out.
So Samini is going to get back to school. Which is key.
I'll come out as a lawyer. Take it from here.
Interesting stuff, and we wish you the very best.
Remember, you heard it.
Yes, on Joy 99.7. I know. Samini wants to be a lawyer. Yes, we'll get there. We'll get there. So let's get into your career. I mean, which is, you know, what do you say is putting forward on the table? Tell us, age what did you get into music and say, well, this is going to be my direction, this is going to be my path, and I'm going to chart it?
19.
Age 19.
Age 19, I got my first 5 Ghana cedis.
I
got my first 5 Ghana cedis from following music. I went to TV3 to meet up with Curtis, the manager of Mary Japan, then manager of Mary Japan, and we were working on Mary's second single after Adidede with Sonny. So yeah, after a series of different meetings with the man, he said to come to TV3 and take the beats so I could go write. And when I went there, ready to leave, he gave me 50,000 cedis those days. That's 5 Ghana today. But then days, that money could pay for my dropping from TV3 to Dansuman, could buy me a bottle of beer, and then could give 2 cedis out of that to my mom in the morning. When I woke up in the morning, I said, Mom, here you go. When I went out last, this is what I got, and then here you go. Because every time I would get any form of transportation to go anywhere, I have to go to hustle with my mom, and then after helping her out, she gives me something, because she used to sell food at one of the primary schools in Dansuman. She sold wache, kinky, everything else.
Your mom has been there for you. I mean, a strong force. I mean, I listen to you.
Love of my life.
I listen to you, and it's not you're coming from a very, rich home or average home. I mean, street hustler. And you didn't give up. You were like, hey, this is where I'm coming from. I'm proud of my background, but I'm still going to make it.
I'm the type of artist that Dansuman knew me, that I used to rock the mic on the main road and stuff, but they also knew that this boy is not shy to carry mommy's ice chest to the roadside.
You used to do that?
Of course. I'll carry the wache. I'll carry the wache on my head. My brother will carry the rest of it. Then we'll go. I was a high school graduate. Big pan of wache. And then my big brother is the one that will bring it back when it's done.
Wow.
So we all respect the routine. We know what we have to do.
And that's one of the things that, I mean, for young people coming up and where they're coming from with their background, many will shy away. They will not talk about it. They want it all rosy, and they say, and even will pretend.
If you see the guy...
You made Pito popular. I mean, for me, I can come to your house on a good Saturday afternoon and say, hey, my brother, I'm going to serve you Pito. And that is it. Many will shy away from it. But you see, that is one thing that people should know. That wherever you are coming from, you should be proud of it and just talk about it. it doesn't mean that that's where you're going to be.
Yeah.
For you, do you get friends to ridicule you, to say, wow, I mean, you go to school and say, oh, this is a guy who used to, you know, or did this afternoon, but yeah, it's in school.
Bola, you see the way I swag the people. This is the guy that even if I'm carrying the watch to the roadside,
yes,
swag would take carry the watch. Evening time when you see me going to Nana King's house, the same guy with the watch in the morning, the jeans that they wear and the flex.
Wow.
You will know that I know where I'm at.
So you believe that attitude is everything, and and that whatever you're doing, so far as is genuine, do it to the best of your ability, do it well.
I would carry watch with braids. Somebody came to my mom and told her, "Nothing na wama wo back fefe no, wo baba kodu be ma ba kodu. What dey na waye woni tiri ho no." My mom told the person that the waye woni tiri ho no dey din na hwe that be eno na ebeba be ma ye aduane diwa. And I didn't know my mom saw it like that. My mom is the type that would tell my dad, everybody has their own destiny, so just leave him.
Your dad wasn't supportive of your career as a musician. Tell us about some of the opposition that you had to face and deal with, and how far you've come.
He would give me endless chores. So just so I don't go to National Theatre, just so I don't go for Fan World rehearsals. I'd have to go to Nima and carry leftover food to come and give to, because we had livestock at home.
Okay.
So imagine Dansuman to Nima. Wow. You carry leftover food from chop bars and the taxi driver don't want to take you because the stuff is dripping. So I carried the stuff on my head and it was dripping all over my shirt. Wow. And I walked, small boy, I walked all the way to DC with it.
You walked from Nima?
Yeah. Because dad wants you to do that before he gets home, and I want to do that before I get to National Theatre
for Fun World.
And my mom is like, from the way your dad is going on, if you want this to happen, you need to be able to do everything he says. Then you can go on to do these things. So these are some of the things. And then sometimes you would go perform at maybe Nim Cinema somewhere in Mamprobi, whatever. Come back, the door is locked, it's raining, and dad is like, the keys is under his pillow.
Wow.
And he's telling mom, tell that your son to go back where he came from. I'm telling you, this thing he's doing, I don't trust this.
What was going through your mind? I mean, it's emotional now. I can relate to it. I just know, and you know, not there for you, but you said, this is what I want to do.
I wouldn't blame my dad. Looking at the likes of even international acts and what they would fall for in the quest for mainstream attention, I wouldn't blame my dad. What I got was the wake-up call to prove him wrong. And then the number of times my mom would cry to me and tell me, don't let me down, because I'm the one that's telling everybody to let you do this.
That you can do it.
You have to let me believe that whatever you tell me you're going out there to do is exactly what it is. Else you're going to disgrace me.
Don't let me down.
So it was mom on my heart. I said, yo.
Is your dad supportive now?
Oh yeah, you see, that's the reason for the title for my second album, Samini. Because my dad is Samini. Everybody that knows him from the time knows this is Mr. Samini.
Okay.
So I said, okay, now the glory has come. Let me put the glory on his head, and then show him how it feels. So now, wherever he goes, if they ask him his name and he says it, they'll ask him, hold on, Sammy, are you related to the musician? Oh, he's my son.
what drives you? Before we talk about what drives you and we'll get into your career, I would like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Golda. Golda, you know, when you believe in success, you go the extra mile to reach the ultimate. Tell me, what drives you as a person?
I think the zeal to achieve and be a better person than what I knew when I first realized life. I've known myself as one of plenty siblings. My dad is the type that would let every sibling know the other.
Okay.
I come from a big family.
Family of?
My dad's got about 14, 15, still counting.
15, still counting.
My mom's got 7.
Okay, right.
Yeah, she's got 5 boys and 2 girls.
Okay.
So I am like number 5 for my mom. Then comes Martin and then Mary. So yeah, that was it. You know,
the zeal to survive and to make it.
I wanted to create a difference. I knew that we weren't coming from a rich background, but I saw myself as one that can go out there and come back and make things different. And looking at what was appealing to me and what was interesting to me and the things that I wanted to do, I saw people that had done it and the requisite glory that it came with. Then I saw where my mom would be in the next 10 years. My mom is in the States right now.
Oh.
I flew her out for
vacation?
Vacation with my dad. My dad just came back, 2 days ago. My mom is still there. She's like, I promised her that I was going to come there and go on shopping with her. So she wants to experience that before she comes. This is her first ever time on the airplane.
Oh.
I'm not shy to say this.
Of course, why not?
You
Say
understand?
it, yeah.
Yeah, so
and she dreamt about it. I mean, and now she's reaping what she sowed, what she believed in.
I'm a friend of Boga. Remember, I'm a friend of Boga. I was American.
And what's the experience? What did she tell you? I mean, first time on the airplane, and my son did it. I mean, in my lifetime, I couldn't do it. Yeah, it is. I mean, my son comes in.
My dad was excited. My mom took it cool because I think she foresaw this years back. She took it cool. I expected her to be more excited than she was, but she took it cool. Gave me the warmest hug ever before she went on the flight, and she said she was going to wait for me there. And as of now, my dad is back and she's not. So I know I have to go there before.
You have to fulfill that, and then we'll get back. And I know a lot of people want to join us in the conversation and also get a little bit personal, get to know the man Samini. And you've done a lot of collaborations as well with people. You know how it all started for you. You've done stuff with Nana King. You belong to a group, Trinity. Why you guys had to go separate ways and all of that. Here on Joy FM. Well, I'd like to say a big thank you to Golda once again, of course, to Unique Credit, our proud sponsors right here on Joy 99.7 FM. My guest is celebrated musician Samini right here on Joy on Personality Profile. We'll be right back.
Obviously gives you a tough time.
The dance okay and Samini right here on Joy. I'm bringing back memories, huh? Samini, welcome back. We're on Joy 99.7 FM Personality Profile, and we're celebrating you. So tell me about it. You started off with Marriott Japan. Was that your first break?
Yeah, that was my first break. First ever time I got to do like an official professional video.
Okay.
So I actually
at age 21.
Yeah, at age 21. Just
did that bring you the fame and money?
No, but it brought me a lot of attention. That particular video, I had to manage to get my image right before that video. So I remember that I had to go and get some quick braids with the smallest afro I had.
Okay.
So the people in the exhibition area, the woman blew my hair. She put some permanent cream and blew my hair. And then every strand of braid she would do, she would spray. The woman would know this. She would spray something called spirit on it, and then dry it. Braid another one, spirit it up and dry it. Then I got some braids. They put me on some shades, put me on some.
It didn't hurt,
suits.
I guess.
No, it didn't hurt.
It didn't.
It worked. Okay. And then that video came out. That was the first time my dad heard my voice, because you see the kind of style I do. If you're not into art and you don't know what I'm about, and you live in the same house with me and you hear me rehearsing in the afternoon with this kind of voice, you might mistake me for a lunatic, because you're going to be like, what's this guy up to and why is he so on top of his voice? My biggest fan though lived right opposite my house. Auntie Julie, Brapat's mom. She's 80 something now.
Wow.
Auntie Julie, I love you so much. You know what she used to do? I used to rehearse in the afternoon and I would make noise. And when she realized I'm disturbing her sleep, she would send for me and send me on an errand, so she can have about 2 hours for herself. And then when I come back, she'll know that.
It's been a long journey. It has wow, a long way.
Yep.
Coming. Many don't know the story.
They don't.
They just know what you've got into now. But Nkomo,
it's big.
And as we talk about it, let's also get into stuff that you've done. But now you're married and all of that. How many kids?
I've got 4 kids.
4 kids and counting.
And counting, yeah.
Okay.
You never say never, and you can't predict the future. Really, you can always try and live right. But procreation, I think, is a blessing, and anytime you find yourself in the position to be able to, make sure you do, because it's a blessing.
Wow. 4 kids and counting.
Yep. 3 girls and a soldier.
Wow. What kind of dad are you, Samini?
I'm very attached to my kids. I talk to them every day before I sleep.
They're not here in Ghana?
No, I have 3 in Canada, 1 in London. And they always either here or I'm there for them on holidays. Every year I make sure they come down or I go. Yeah, I spend as much time as I can with these kids. But for now, I know I'm still an active, hardworking guy that's always on road. I just happen to have my kids early, so that shouldn't stop me from being on road. So I'm always on road, just chasing paper, making sure that they're comfortable and everything. Yeah, and
they know what dad is into. They're proud. They're happy. They know.
What I see as a privilege to me is the fact that they didn't really grow up around here, and I didn't choose to make it like that. That's how it came out. But in that sense, my kid does not feel too special and too swollen-headed in class because her dad is on TV and the other mate's dad is not and all that. Even though my eldest daughter, who's 9 now, knows that this is what dad does. Where she's at, it's a different school environment that your surname would not make your classmate think she heard it on TV yesterday, so sing your dad's song kind of thing. So I see it as a different environment, a different upbringing than where I am. This is my stronghold. This is where I am, whoever I've been fighting to be. But out there, you know, they can afford to not feel too special, concentrate on the books and do what you have to do. When they come out here, they know this is our turf.
Wow, and good. We have some messages coming through that I get to read. But you're enjoying a successful career. I mean, would you say you are the peak at the zenith of your career?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
With all that you've achieved with the awards and all of that,
not yet.
You're still learning. You're still getting there.
I came in too quick. Man. I mean, I know cats that I've worked with that turned 30 before their first album came out. And this is when I've been on road for 8 years. And these are guys that I was with before my first stuff came out. So it's not an easy road.
It's not been an easy road. I remember you were with a group, Trinity. Those were the days he used to be known as Batman.
Oh my God.
And there's a story. You guys were out there in the UK and that was your first time. I remember 2004 at Stratford Rex. And 2 days in London, Coco Belly picked up an accent. And when you guys got on stage, he was actually looking for you. He took the microphone, he grabbed it and said, Batman, where are you? Batman, where are you? I remember I was standing there with you. You didn't know you were the one being called because you were listening out for Batman.
The way Coco was slanging my name, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure it was me. Yo, Batman, where are you? I was like, hey, Coco Belly. Right now.
And they had to prompt you and say, Batman, they are calling you.
Let me remind you something, Bola.
Yes.
You remember in London we were supposed to get on the tube.
Yes.
To go somewhere.
And tube is a train.
Tube is a train. And when Bola said we were going to go by tube, I thought that somebody called Tube was going to come pick us up or something. So we kept walking. I was like, and the Bola na tube cry. He need to share tube.
I remember that. You know, anytime he comes up, I'm like,
Bola laughed for about 5 minutes. He wouldn't tell anybody why. He would just look at me and laugh.
Please don't bring it back, man. I'm cracking up. I remember that so well.
So when we got there, Bola looked at where they routed to like the tube station. It's like, hey, I had no tube station. Tube in the train. Why?
Oh, Samini, we've come a long way. I know. So what happened to Trinity? I mean, today we want to know the real story, nothing but the real story. Sure, nothing but the truth. What happened? Trinity. Why did you guys break up?
Trinity, from the onset, was not a group. I think it became a group because of how we used to perform together and how the fans wanted to see us more. So they actually called us the Hip Life Trinity before we even took it up to ourselves. And then after performing across the capital for too many times, I thought that I needed to step back and do my album. So I was telling Coco and KK, then partners, that I think we've done too much of public shows, so let's cut it down and do a few shows so that we don't get outplayed. And then also I want to work on my album. And I think that during that time they were at their peak as artists with albums, and I was just an artist on everybody's song without an album. So they saw it as it would set them back if they don't pursue their shows.
Okay.
And I saw it as it's going to make me all over the place for no reason when I have an album that's yet to come. So that became more like a slight misunderstanding, which later we grew to understand. But yeah, I stepped back, went in serious hibernation, and gave birth to Linda.
Because at that time they were all over. Rebellious was there, Kike Fosu, and you didn't have an album. So many thought, well, you can't make it, so you are going to be the loser.
So I just had to go into myself and prove the masses who thought I would not be able to stand on my own wrong.
And you came out with a song, and Kiki actually also, you know, responded and said, well, I remember that song that
we did Igwe,
yes.
Me and Mugiz, then Gogome.
That was directed at KK Fosu. And then
It wasn't actually.
It wasn't.
KK got it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Here's a clarification.
Please do.
Mugiz did a rap and said, rap and said, you for remember Suje and Co. Our offer go make up, go bring all your current for low. So KK thought that he's talking to Suje and Co. people. He's also trying to say, remember tracks like Suje and Co.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So KK took offense, thinking that because I stepped back to do my own thing, I'm bringing Mugiz and we're trying to diss them.
Okay.
So then he went in for Quarter. Where is Quarter now?
Interesting stuff. But then as we move on, a lot of messages here. Ken Ashigbe, who is the managing director of Graphic Communications Group, says, great interview, Bola. Just enjoying your show. Please ask him if he remembers the night with the stars in the UK. Of course, Joy FM Night with the Stars. And the song I was singing when we picked him up. And that's from Ken Ashigbe. Says, great job. And as we move on, Letitia says that the guy is more than good in music. We salute him. Thanks so much for celebrating. Dancehall King, that's from Pink Card. My love to the bone, man. And I'm looking forward to meeting you one day. Parkwisi Ahinsa says that DC, stand up.
Yep.
I say too much.
Yep.
Wow. And Seth Wafo says, I'm feeling you, brother. Your story is very inspirational. Big ups. And also from GT Bank, Elsie says, keep up the good work. That's my man. Well, we're activating the phone lines. You can join us right here on Joy 99.7 FM. Samini is our guest right here. Come on and give it to us. Okay, so we'll bring this one back as you join us. 0302 216 0302 216 Are we going to have a day?
This track.
Are we going to have a day where you guys come back as Trinity and do this song?
Oh, yeah. We're working on the Trinity album.
Oh, really? That's a scoop right there.
Yeah.
You're going to do the Trinity tour?
Yeah, Trinity album, Trinity tour.
Wow.
Empire Entertainment.
Okay. And this one says that Samini is my man, and I'm looking forward to launching of Samini Africa Resource Watch Foundation. Okay. Well, interesting one right there.
That's a deep one.
That's a deep one. Okay, we have Abanga on the line. Hello, Abanga from Tantra Hills. Hello, Abanga.
Hello, Bola. This is by far the best interview I've ever heard on radio.
Wow, thank you. We're taking it easy here.
Flows like his music. I watch him very hard. You see him on Saturday. That's so big.
You're coming through for Ghana Meets Nigeria, certainly. Good to know, Abanga. Thank you very much. So it's right here on Joy 99.7 FM. So tell me about life in show business. How are you keeping your head up?
It's not been easy. It's been years down the lane, and you grow and you learn and you get used to a lot of stuff that are like the norms of the industry and norms of the industry where whether good or bad, you just have to be able to adapt to, so you don't become a weirdo in your territory.
Right.
Because a lot of things that happen down here don't happen like that out there, and we need to be able to compromise and meet people down here halfway, so we don't become divas in quote.
Right.
Instead of being artists.
Okay,
you understand?
That's a good one. I have George online, but before that one, Erica with Barclays Bank says, oh, Charlie, I'm driving home and I'm feeling Samini on Joy. For me, he's made it. Big up. Okay, George, how are you doing? George, good evening and many thanks for your time. Is that a George that we know? Okay, I thought for once it was Mr. George Anda. Anyway, go ahead, boss. Okay, pardon me. Go ahead, George.
Hi, Samini, how are you doing?
Bless, boss. I did for you.
Oh, okay. I think you're doing a very good job. I try to, keep up the good work and everything.
Thank you.
I'm really touched by,
Thank you.
very touching. I hope that, the young ones
Hold your own, and especially females out there. Your admirers a lot. You have like what? If I'm not mistaken, about 80% of your followers are ladies. What is it with Samini and his charm? Is it the music? Is it the looks? Is it what? So what next for Samini? I mean, this is an international tune.
Yeah.
By the way, we must commend you for that one. How did you land that collaboration with Wizkid on this?
I admire Wizkid's talent, and I think he does some dancehall
Okay.
with the Afro pop that he's doing. So I've thought of him as somebody to do a great collaboration with. So
Okay.
when we found ourselves in the same place at the same time, we thought of do something.
Wow.
And this is the results. I'm looking forward to a global proper video.
That's right.
To push
That's
this.
right. So Saturday on stage with Wizkid, it will be the first time you get to perform with him
Yep.
on one stage, Ghana meets Nigeria. What
Yep.
should fans expect?
Well, expect nothing but the best. Expect a thrilling performance. We're going to give you a live rendition of this, and we're going to represent Ghana to the fullest.
Wow.
It's Ghana meet
Wow.
Nigeria, and we're going to meet them for real.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. It's my producer's birthday. They just brought in the cake. We would like for you to do us the honors. You help us cut it.
Before anything,
Yeah.
I think I was getting into that little thing that the guy asked.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, so while at Gold House, Sonny Bali, I was doing a freestyle on a beat that I had heard. I was just
Okay.
shouting on top of my voice, like people know how to do. I just freestyle. Sonny walks to me and said, "Hey, your voice no." Then I laughed and it's like, "Best in Yanko studio."
Just like that.
And then he warns me. Those who don't speak Tree, Sonny's like, don't let me catch you singing at the bar anymore.
Wow.
From today on, you hang out at the studio.
Wow.
Then we get to the studio, he tells Nana King, yo, I'm gonna leave the country, but if you need anybody to do anything along the lines of what I do, link this kid because I think he has a good voice.
And we're paying that respect to Sonny Bali. Yes, anytime.
Yeah.
Father and son stuff, and that's what it is. Before we go, so you've also, I see this, like Elijah kind of stuff, or Elijah, and also you've passed it on. It's you bringing out Stone Boy and all of that. What's your relationship with, Bandana as well?
Bandana.
Yes, Shatta Wale.
I know one Wale. He's a hip hop artist in America.
There's Shatta Wale here in Ghana.
Is it?
That's the real.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
To be real, I think Bandana is an awesome talent that needs to concentrate on the art and take it further.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any collaboration in the near future? Samini, Shatta Wale, if given the chance?
I don't mind.
Wow,
I'm
fantastic.
open,
Good to know.
I'm open.
But before we wrap it all up, who's your favorite designer?
Favorite designer? I'm indifferent.
Real.
It depends on what
Favorite cologne? I'm getting some boss on you this evening. Wow.
I'm indifferent. I'm
really?
indifferent.
Food,
you see,
favorite food?
The cologne has to do with those who smell it on. So it's what they want to smell is what they get.
But it makes you feel good too. Favorite food?
Favorite food, I'm a seafood person.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Anything with fish or the likes.
Do you have any phobia? What's your biggest fear?
I'm not sure.
Wow.
No phobia. I like to control that with a deep breath.
Okay. So we salute you this evening. Many thanks for taking time off to
Thanks, Bola,
be with us right here in the studios. To the youth out there, what's your message? They look up to you. You're the icon. You're the mentor.
Yeah, to everybody listening to me,
yes.
everybody that wants to do music, stay in school, make sure you study so that you don't have to go and do it later like I'm trying to do. Yeah, so just make sure you finish everything.
Good,
and then approach your work with positive attitude, and then you're good.
We salute you. Emmanuel Samini has been a guest right here. Okay, so exclusive on Joe FM. Run on this one. Live tune on Joe 99.7. Personality profile with Samini. Hey, you have the microphone. Samini, let's go.
Boy, she wanna explode. She dey move like a time bomb. Ready to explode. Shorty move like a time bomb. She wanna explode. Samini live on Joy FM. Explode. Boy, I got time bomb. Yeah, time bomb. Oh, time bomb. Boy, she wanna explode, yeah. Time bomb, time bomb. She be time bomb. She want whiz.
Thank you very much, Samini.
I check.
That's right.
Yo, before I go, I'd like to say big up DC.
That's right.
The turf on which everything happened for me. Big up Accra, big up Ghana, big up every big DJ, every up and coming DJ. Let's support the industry, make it happen. Ghana music to the world. Boy!
To the world.
High grade.
And a big thank you to my sponsors, Golda, the ultimate in beer. Thank you. And to Unique Credit, your caring partner. My producers, Adam 19, Eric Obin Kwachi, Isaac Delali. Thank you all. My name is Kwabna. I'm not here. This is Bola. God bless us all. We out.